Jesus went through the grain fields on the Sabbath where his disciples were hungry and began to eat grain. The Pharisees saw this and accused Jesus of doing what was unlawful on the Sabbath. Jesus explained that it was lawful to do good on the Sabbath, as it was more valuable than a sheep. He then told a man with a shriveled hand to lift it out, and he stretched it out, restoring it. The Pharisees plotted to kill Jesus, but Jesus withdrew from the place and healed all who were ill. He warned them not to tell others about him, as it was to fulfill what was spoken through the prophet Isaiah. He would put his spirit on him and proclaim justice to the nations. He would not quarrel or cry out, and no one would hear his voice in the streets. A bruised reed would not break or smolder until justice was brought through to victory. In his name, the nations would put their hope. Jesus healed a demon-possessed man who was blind and mute, and the people were astonished. However, the Pharisees believed that it was only by Beelzebul, the prince of demons, that he drove out demons. Jesus knew their thoughts and told them that every kingdom divided against itself would be ruined, and every city or household divided against itself would not stand. Jesus also warned that anyone who speaks against the Son of Man will be forgiven, but anyone who speaks against the Holy Spirit will not be forgiven either in this age or in the age to come. He told them that a good man brings good things out of the good stored up in him, while an evil man brings evil things out of the evil stored up in him. Some Pharisees and teachers of the law asked for a sign from Jesus, and he answered that a wicked and adulterous generation asked for it except the sign of the prophet Jonah. The men of Nineveh and the queen of the south would stand up at the judgment with this generation, and now something greater than Jonah is here. Jesus' mother and brothers stood outside wanting to speak to him. He pointed to his disciples and said, "Here are my mother and my brothers. For whoever does the will of my Father in heaven is my brother and sister and mother."